Hey everyone, welcome to the KRW Bricks channel. Welcome back, guys. This is I know it's been quite a while since I last posted anything, but I'm gonna slowly start getting some new videos out, mostly focused on the Lego MOCs I do. And so starting today, we're going to go over first a set modification I did to these go-kart sets, and then also a couple of custom go-kart MOCs that I built based on these set mod. So let's get into it. As you can see in front of us here, we have the go-kart set that was released I believe last year in 2024. On the left here is a reverted back to how the original set was go-kart, and then on the right is my custom modified one. So to go over some of the details, as you can see, the biggest glaring thing for me was how the drivers actually sat on the go-kart. As you can see on the original set, the driver and steering wheel sit much higher and really almost outside the car. So my first goal was to get the driver seated further down into the vehicle, as well as the steering wheel placed a plate down, and I feel like I achieved that quite well. As you can see, the driver is actually in the car instead of sitting on top of it. So to achieve the goal of getting the driver to actually sit further in the cart than on it, I just set about on getting this 2x2 area in the middle there set as far down as possible. I did achieve that. It did kind of break the car up a bit. This is probably the most fragile part of the car now. However, in moving it around and in play, it does hold up fairly well, all things considering. So I'll get this put back to my modified state, and then we'll have a look at the two cars side by side, fully modified. Okay, here we have both fully modified go-karts from the set. I really didn't do much as far as actually modifying the karts beyond getting the drivers to sit in it. On the yellow one here, I just added some more engine details and also changed out the crash structure on the back, as I'm using that part somewhere else. I did a bit more on the black one. Due to the parts I have, I had to swap out that pink part in there with a different one. And I also decided to get the side walls of the cart to come out a bit more and just taper off into the front a bit more. And then from here, I decided that I wanted to do a fully custom one, because it's these were fun little small builds, and I like building race cars. So after these two, I went ahead and built my first fully custom one. This one here was just a prototype, again using the extended walls on the side. A whole new engine design. That clip there would be where that roll hoop would be, but I've got it on another cart right now, as this prototype will more than likely not be used in the future outside of a few photos of all the karts together on my racetrack. I changed the front end as well. Went to a 5-wide bumper with this deep sloped piece for the part that goes up to the steering wheel. I liked this for a few days, but I definitely felt that I could do better, and I believe I did indeed do better, as we will see in a moment. And here we have it, the RRK-1, or Ray Row Kart-1. Later in the video I will have instructions on this. I just want to go into a bit of detail first about what this card is and how I came up with the design. So after I finished the set mod, I realized that I really wanted to incorporate this piece here. I knew I had the orange with the turbo printing, and I thought it would be a great way to start a fully custom kart. So I laid this piece out and just kind of all shaped around that. Really tried to get these to look as close to real life shifter karts as possible. And I know that's kind of hard to do considering that minifigure legs don't really come out and where the throttle and brake would be. But I tried to keep that detail there. That's why you see the little gaps there. And the lines actually flow pretty nice. Same engine area as the white custom one that I built. I really like that engine. Just wanted to redesign the kart around there. Other than that, the chassis itself sits fairly the same as the set mod. Again, is a bit fragile here in the front, but all in all has not broken on me too much. Okay, let's get to the instructions. Okay, so here's all the parts that you will need to build this go-kart. You can really change out the colors anywhere you want. This is, as you can see, I've got an orange one right there. Colors here do not matter at all. So for the go-kart, we will split it into 3 sections. We'll have the front section here, the middle section, which is actually 2 halves, and then the rear section, which includes the engine. So we'll start with the middle. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your 2x2 brackets and your 2x1 brackets, place those side by side, just like this. And then you'll take this 1x4 slope piece, place it on like that. That's 1 half. Do the same, but on the opposite side. And there we have the other half. So that will be the front, that will be the back. Next, for the walls, we will take our 2x1 plate, our 2x1 slope without the taper on the back, and then we'll put the one with the taper on the front, so we get something like that. And then we just place that on the half like that. There's 1 half finished. Again, repeat the process just on the other side, so we get that. And now the center part is complete. Now we'll move on to the front end here. So for that, we're going to take our chassis piece, of course, add a couple wheels to it. And we will take our first jumper plate, place it on as such, and the 2x2 plate just behind that. Now we'll take another 2x1 slope without the taper, and our 1x3 plate, like that. And then the tapered slopes just on the front. And now we have our front wing. Place that onto the jumper plate as such. And now we'll take our hinged bracket. Not exactly sure what this part's called. Place our second jumper plate on the top piece. And then the tapered slopes on the bottom or something like that. And then our corner tile is peak centered. And there we have the front fairing. Place that on, angle it down, and we'll take our steering wheel and place that just behind. And now we have the front portion done, so we can mount our halves to it. And now we're 2/3 done the car. So now we'll move on to the rear section here, and we'll start with the engine. So for the block of the engine, it will be these corner bracket pieces with one on each side of that. We'll take our 2x1 round plate, place it on the bottom like that to for the detail of the oil pan. And then we have the chrome studs to be the cylinders, and then our ingot piece will be the cylinder head. And then our pulley to the wheels will go on the left side here. And then this fairly new part, I believe was first used to help minifigures hold items in the collective minifigure series. Not quite sure exactly what it's called. That'll go on the right side, angled a bit up. And we'll take this modified star piece, I'm not sure, and place that on top to be the air filter. And now for a bit further detail, we'll take this gold corner tile and this piece here, and then with the minifigure ice skate on top, and that's just to simulate something like a carburetor or injector or something. So that we'll take, actually first, sorry, we'll make our rear bumper. So we'll take the 2x1 with the clip in the middle, put it on that 4x1 bracket, and then the rounded slope there on top. And then, so here we can take this handlebar piece. Now I only have one of these, so on other builds, as you can see, I've done the old handlebar piece with minifigure hands on it. So if you don't have access to this piece, that is an alternative you can use. But right here, I'm just going to use this. You take that, put that on the 2x3 plate, place the engine just behind that, and then push that all the way down so it's touching the cylinder head. Now after that, we're going to take our 2x1 plate and our 2x1 rounded plate, and then 2x1 plate, and then the cheese slope here. And that's just trying to get some detail of a seat in there. If you just want to do a full brick there, you can. Lots of ways to make this your own. Place that on, then your chassis, and then your final two wheels, and there you go. The go-kart is complete. Again, colors are not specific. You can swap in and out any colors you see fit. Well guys, that's going to be it for today. I do plan to get more videos uploaded this year. Don't really have a schedule, but I am hoping to maybe at least once a month put something out on one of the MOCs I've built. If you'd like to see any more pictures of this build or other builds I've done, you can check me out on Instagram at KRW Bricks, same as here on YouTube. Thanks again, guys. Please like, and I'll see you next time.